Hey guys, Figurecraft here, and today we're going to finally do the last issue of this shipment, and we're finally going to be putting all three of these decks together. So this is a very exciting time, but I know it's also going to be a very tedious thing to do. So, we're doing issue 122. So, let me get the book open. Aft well deck and main deck assembly. Step 1. Well, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to basically skip a certain step because I think I'm going to do something else and get it out of the way. So I'm going to skip straight to step 3. And I'll show you the reason why. Step 3. Take the boat deck and use 6 adhesive strips, 121D supplied with the previous issue to hold the cables in place, outlined in green. Note, ensure that the cables and adhesive strips are within the raised ribs where the walls of the promenade deck will be located. Now, I'll show you the reason why I'm doing it this way. You can see right here, this is what it wants us to do. And it wants us to put our first one right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that deck over here and we're going to look at that. So give me a few seconds here. And I see right now I've got it on the wrong way, so give me a few seconds here. I've got to do something. Let me put this up. These are going to be taken off anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the davits. That's all the davits off the back of the ship. There's all the davits off the front of the ship. Now I'm going to have to turn this around. Give me a few seconds here. That dome back on there. Alright. Alright, so we're going up here towards the front. Let me move this out of the way. So hard to work when you got a whole lot of stuff here. And we've got very limited room now because of how big these decks are. Let me see if I can figure out something here. Let me set the phone here. Let me take this deck, hold it in my hand for a minute, and move this stuff over here. And I'll set this deck right here. Okay. So we saw what it wanted us to do and how it looked. And now I'll show you the problem with that. So grab my book again. Open it up to the page that was. Alright, so he wants the first one to go right here, so we have to check to see if that's okay. Now, what I've done here, I've unscrewed all of these right now, because that way I can just lift them off. I think it'd be much easier to do it this way. Just lift these off. One by one. That way you can take them, flip them upside down to the way they're supposed to be, and hold them up here to see what's going to hit. So this is going to hit. That's the funnel cord. So, okay. So according to that, if that's there, and it wants me to do that first one should be all right. So that one comes out of there and goes in there. That one goes up there. So yeah, the first adhesive strip should be right. So let me grab the adhesive strip. This way you can tell where to put them, and you won't run into any problems. So the first one's just going to hold down that wire that's coming from the navigation light. Same thing, using my glue like last time. And I'm going to put it up here. Just like that. And then we're going to glue it in place right there. Now we know there's no obstructions there. Now our second one is going to go right here where I've got this black tape. So let me remove the black tape. And I can see already it's going to have to be pulled up quite a bit. Alright, put that back up there. So the second one's going to go right there where that black tape was. So let me get the next adhesive sticker. And I got to make sure that it's within the rib. So I'll start from where the wall is first. Alright, so according to this, it's going to go right. Get up there so I can see. Alright, I see it. Let me move this. It's going to go on the inside of that rib right there that it talks about. And then we're going to apply glue. And then we're going to stick it down. Just like that. And then we're going to put this cord right back through here. And then we're going to test again. And yep, that's out of the way. Nothing hitting. Now it's telling the next one to go right here, but if you do that, you're going to have an issue right here. So let's see here. It's going to have to go over top of the board. Let me see here. Let me move you down. Let me move this to the side. So right there where I've got this black adhesive sticker is where we're going to have to put the next one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab the next section of deck. Which is this one. And then what's going to happen is, right in here, I can show you it when I pick it up. There's a slit right here. This slit is where the wire has to slide through. So you got to make sure that that wire is lined up right there. and that it will slide through. Once you make sure that wire is lined up, then you should be good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this black adhesive sticker, or this black tape off again. Alright, and then I'm going to put this back up here. Make sure that that's there. And that will cause an obstruction if it's not in the slot. I stuck it upside down, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Make sure it's in that slot. It's got to go in that slot. Yeah, it's in there. And then their second adhesive sticker is going to go on that circuit board. So get me some glue. And then I'm going to get some glue on this other side. And then we're going to glue it down. Alright, and now we're going to take our other section. Make sure that this cable feeds through, because that is the cable for the funnel. Make sure that I got that enough space for that to go in. And yep, I do. And now that that one's in place, we're going to move on down to the next one. Next one is down at the circuit board. Right here. No. Backwards. Down at the circuit board right here. Yeah. So, let me undo this tape. Get up there. Okay. Get our next adhesive sticker. And then it's going to, okay, it says this is going to pull down, which I don't see how that's going to work, but okay. Like that. Let me get my light over here so I can see how this is doing that. Okay, I see it. This is going to wrap around this. I'm going to get my adhesive sticker, put me some glue on it, and then it's going to come up about right here. Then we're going to take our glue, not there, right there. Okay, and then we're going to get the other side. Make sure to hold this cable up. Like that. Okay, now that we've done that, that one wraps around that. And then we're going to come up here. So now I have to undo this. And it's got a big enough gap so it can go up. So get my adhesive sticker. And it's going to go all the way up here. It's going to pull up. To about right there. All right. It's going to go right there. Just like that. Okay, that's got that now. And these right here look to be okay. There's no obstructions, which is good. That's what we want. Alright, that cord right there. Let me look at this. Right over here. It's got to go that way, okay. So now this cord right here has to come up above that. Then it goes over the hole, and then we come to this point right here where we're going to get our final. Need a few. There it is. We're going to get our final. Oh no, not the final. My bad. Skip one by accident. We're going to get our next one, which is this one. And this is where the smoking wire is going to go. And then we're in here. Okay, we only got one adhesive sticker left. So, okay. It shows that the adhesive sticker is going to go over here. And all the way up here. But if it does that, it's going to pull that out. Let me try to get a bend in this wire. So, yeah, they didn't give us enough adhesive stickers for this. We'll have to make some adjustments here. But I'll get the last adhesive sticker in the place where it says. And then we'll make some adjustments. We'll add my own. So there's going to be an adhesive sticker right here. And there we go. And this right here has to go over that, like that. Now we're going to make some adjustments here because they didn't give enough adhesive stickers, I'm thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the edges of this and make some. So, let me just cut with my scissors. And there's this one we'll use. Just pull that out. Set this back down for a minute. Get that out of there. Now it. Alright, I got my next one placed. Let the glue take hold. There we go. There's one. And then right here, well, I got this black tape. Cut it down the size. Do us another test. Yeah, we can put one about. That's a wide gap. Alright. There we go. There we go. Now that's all my adhesive stickers in place. I added 2 extra ones because I think it needed it. So now if I put this onto here and get this unblocked. Wrong way. This way. Or nope, wrong way. Huh? I'm doing good. Yeah, there. Yeah, that doesn't block anything. And then the same thing with this one right here. Let's see here, it's gotta go this way. Yeah, that's good. This is another one where you have to make sure that this cable comes out right here, because you can see right here at the top it's got another slit, which is where the cable will slide through. So with that, we now know how they go. So what I'm going to do now is get the other deck up here and then screw these back down to it. And then we'll move on. So let me move this boat deck. And then we're going to get our promenade deck. And then I'm going to put these decks back down in place. And these are the screws that I took out. I think it makes much more sense trying to figure out where the wires go that way. That way you won't run into any problems. So I figured I'd show you all what I was doing. Get our next one. Make sure to hold this down while I'm working on screwing it back down. Okay. Get my next one. Oops, wrong hole. Oh well. It's all going to go back down anyway. Move that out of the way. Now I'll get the right one. There we go. Then we'll get this one right here matched up with the other side. Make sure to hold it down. Alright. Make sure these go all the way down. Hopefully doing that extra part that I did will help these decks go together much easier. But only time will tell. Make sure to hold it down back here in the back. And then the same thing over here. Make sure that this right here, which right now it ain't doing it. So hang on a minute. I gotta make sure that this tab goes in this crack. Like that. Just like that. You want to make sure these go down flush and secure. So hold right here, put one screw in. All right. Hold right here, put another screw in. Alright, that's that one back down, and everything is secure and flush, which is good. That's what we want. Now we're going to move right here. And then this one is the next one. Make sure all my windows are still in, which they are. Give me a few seconds here. I'm going to have to hold it from underneath to support it. Just like that. It is a lot of screws to have to put back in if you do it this way. But I think it's so worth it just to get those cords right. Alright, that one's in. Now we're going to move right here.